Hi everyone, and welcome to Module 5. We're over halfway through the course, and to celebrate this, I thought I would wear my Ninja Turtle pajamas with elbow pads. And there's also knee pads, but you can't see that. And there's a pretty awesome cape going on here. I don't know if you can see that. It's great. It's to represent postmodernism. Anyway, before we get into postmodernism, let's talk about what you have to accomplish this week. It's a pretty busy week. You're going to have a discussion board, a quiz, and your investigative essay is due. Last week we discussed a bunch of isms, and this week we're going to cover one more, that one being postmodernism. And it actually is in direct reaction to one of the isms we discussed last week, which is modernism. A lot of critics of modernism thought it was, or felt it was too prescriptive. So postmodernism relies on concrete experiences over abstract principles. They realize that the outcomes of one's own experience may be wrong and relative rather than certain and universal. So it's very hard to describe, but that's the whole point of postmodernism, is that it's not describable. It's not prescriptive. It can't fit into a box. So we're going to have a lot of options here when it comes to postmodernism, and I'm really interested to see how everyone deals with this topic. It's pretty, you can be pretty creative. But the piece that I chose for the discussion board this week was A Short Ride on a Fast Machine by John Adams. It pushes the musical boundaries, especially when it comes to meter and rhythm. So take a look at what I wrote. I tried to describe really how it does push the boundaries, and that's really what postmodernism is about. Is you can't put a label on it, but it tends to push the boundaries. So that's how I would describe postmodernism. So let me know what you think of the piece. It's one of my favorite ones. John Adams is an amazing composer. So anyway, the big task for this week is your investigative essay. So what I would recommend doing is checking out this document here, the Investigative Essay Guidelines and Rubric document. And it's going to walk you through the assignment and the expectations and everything else. If you have questions after reading the document, definitely let me know and I can help you out with it. But basically what you're going to be doing is you need a short introduction, basically describing where you identify the two pieces and describe why you're comparing them and what we can expect out of this essay. So a basic introduction, and then the next paragraph is going to be an analysis of the first work. The third paragraph is going to be an analysis of the second work, and then the fourth paragraph is where you're going to start comparing and contrasting the two works, pointing out the similarities and the differences. And then you'll want to finish it up with a conclusion. So the paper is probably going to be around 2 pages long once you have everything in there. And I would basically, you want to treat this like a rough draft. It's a dress rehearsal to the final essay to make sure that the pieces you've chosen are comparable and contrastable and that these are the pieces that you want to focus on, that there's enough material to compare and contrast, and that you're on the right track. So I'll be providing you with feedback to guide you in the completion of your final draft. So you want to incorporate that feedback into your final draft. And so as you're working on this week, let me know if you have questions, if you're running into any roadblocks or writer's block or anything like that, and we can definitely work through it. But I would recommend starting to work on it sooner rather than later, just to make sure that you know, that you're on the right track and that you don't panic when you get to the end or on Sunday. But definitely let me know if you have questions. But check out this document. It's in the final project folder for the course. So if we go in here, it's going to be located right in here. There you go. So let me know if you have questions, but really this is all I have for this introduction. But go team. Let's have a great week. Bye.